everyone, my name is Judelie Hugo, the leader of Group 4, and I am so honored to introduce to you my groupmates, Ara Shanali Nieto, Gilbert Acosta, Beverly May Garcia, and Shane De Fonturo. And we are ready to share our learnings and understanding about these netiquette guidelines in online community.
Protect your reputation. Law number 5, so much depends on reputation. Guide it with your life. It's all about how important our reputation is. Ito yung pinaka-importante asset na kailangan natin protektahan. If our reputation is damaged, it can be very hard to recover. So, kailangan natin mag-ingat kung ano yung ginagawa natin, ikinikilos natin, or sinasabi natin sa ibang tao because it can affect how people can see us. For example, in social media. Think before you post. Kasi kung ano yung mga pinapost natin sa social media, yun yung nagre-reflect sa atin. Don't share personal information or post things that might harm you or other people's reputation or privacy. So, dapat mag-ingat tayo kung ano pa rin yung pinopost natin sa social media or inaakto natin o pag-uugal natin sa social media. Kasi yun yung magre-reflect kung anong klase tayo in personal. So, think before you post. Respect others means treating everyone with kindness, empathy, and consideration. It means pinapahalagan natin yung opinion, beliefs, and feelings ng ibang tao even if they differ from us. This includes being polite, listening attentively, and avoiding hurtful language or action. For example, listen actively. Pay attention to what they have to say even if you don't agree. Yung kahit disagree tayo sa sinasabi nila is we try to understand their perspective. Inintindi pa rin natin kung anong ibig nilang sabihin. Next is be polite. Use respectful language even if you're frustrated. Kahit nainis na tayo or nairita na tayo, is nandun pa rin yung paggalang natin sa kanila. And we avoid insult or physical attack. Next is acknowledge their viewpoint or point of view. Even if you disagree, recognize that they have a right to their opinion. Kahit disagree tayo doon sa sinasabi nila, dapat be mindful tayo na tama din yun. Parang disagree tayo, pero pinapakita natin na may tama din doon sa sinasabi nila. For example, I understand where you're coming from, but parang i-respect pa rin natin yung perspective nila. Next, be open-minded. Consider that possibility that you might be wrong and their perspective could be valid. Yung may pagkakamali din tayo na sila yung tama. Hindi naman sa lahat ng panahon is tayo yung tama, na tayo na lang yung lagi nasusunod. Dapat respect din natin yung beliefs nila, yung sinasabi nila. Next is be thoughtful, be considerate of others' feelings. Dapat kino-consider din natin yung nararamdaman nila. Na hindi yung salta na kayo salta o bigyan na lang kayo ng opinion na hindi natin kino-consider yung nararamdaman nila na nakakasakit na pala tayo. Next is be kind and courteous. Treat others the way you would like to be treated. Yung kung mabait tayo, magiging mabait din sila sa atin. Kung magiging mapagbigay tayo, magiging mapagbigay din sila. Yung kung magsusungit tayo, magsusungit din sila. Parang ganun. Kung anong gusto mong itrato nila sa'yo, dapat ganun din yung papakita mo.
Express yourself clearly. Expressing oneself is communicating your thoughts and feelings in a way that can be understood by others. Meaning, ito ay pagpapaiwatig ng isang tao in a way na makikipag-communicate siya sa iba to express their thoughts and feelings. Example nito, kunwari ako as a future teacher, kailangan kong i-deliver ng maayos yung lesson clearly and dapat naiintindihan siya ng mga estudyante ko. Loud and clear siya. As a student naman, kailangan mong makipag-participate. Kailangan nagkakaroon siya ng contact sa student and teacher.
Remember the intellectual property. Ideas online are products of intelligence of others. If you need to cite them, acknowledge the authors. You definitely do not want to steal properties of others. Sa netiquette guidelines, ang remember intellectual property ay tungkol sa paggalang ng karapatan ng mga taong nagmamay-ari ng mga idea. So, as a student or as a future educator, I would respect and remember intellectual property by doing or giving proper credit. When using ideas, words, or image from others, I always cite the sources using footnotes and notes or bibliography. This acknowledges the creators and shows I'm not claiming their ideas as my own. And as a future educator, I will teach my students about intellectual property. I show my students the importance of respecting intellectual property. I teach them how to give proper credit, use materials carefully and responsibly, and understand the copyright laws. For example, downloading music. You want to listen to a song you heard on the radio. You find it on a free music download site. Before downloading, you check if the site is legitimate and if the music is licensed for free to download. If not, you find alternative way to listen like a streaming service or buying the song. Remember, respecting intellectual property isn't just about acknowledging the hard work and creativity of others, contributing to a fair and ethical environment for sharing information and encouraging a culture of innovation and creativity. Check spelling, grammar, and punctuation. Since your face cannot see online, you will be judged according to your post, and good writing means good manners. We do not want to waste other people's time reading our posts, which is incomprehensible. Check spelling, grammar, and punctuation means paying attention to the way you write online. It's about making sure your messages are easy to read and making sure that easy to understand. Because online interaction lack the visual cues of face-to-face communication. So, as a student and as a future educator, checking spelling, grammar, and punctuation is crucially important. Because proper grammar and punctuation make your writing clear and easy to understand. Since people cannot see your facial expression or body language, they judge you based on your writing. Checking spelling, checking grammar, and checking punctuation is a fundamental part of effective communication. It helps you express your ideas clearly, build credibility, and demonstrate professionalism. Like for example, writing research paper. In a research paper is about technology. You write the effective of technology on the student. But you forget to put an comma after the student. So, this might seem like a minor error, but it can disrupt the flow of sentence and make it harder to read. This example shows how even small errors in spelling, grammar, and punctuation can significantly impact the clarity, professionalism, and effectiveness of your writing. By taking the time to check your work carefully, can ensure your writing is clear, accurate, and impactful.
Next one is pause before you post. So dito naman is you need to take a moment to reflect before hitting that post button. So dito syempre may kailangan tayong i-consider lalo na sa pagpo-post on social media. So the first one is appropriate ba yung information na i-share mo. So titignan mo may masasaktan ba or may mapapahiyang ibang tao o kaya naman is magiging offensive sa'yo, sa sarili mo at sa ibang tao. So the second one is tama ba yung information na gusto mong i-share. Baka kasi mali ka ng pagkakaintindi or pagkakarinig sa isang issue, dapat mong i-double check kung reliable ba bago mo i-post online. So third, is it necessary to share it online? Isa ito sa mga bagay no, na kailangan din natin pagtuunan ng pansin. Kasi hindi naman alam or hindi mo alam baka pag nag-post tayo, then hindi naman pala natin kailangang i-share kasi may masasaktan or maaapektuhan doon. The last one is, what might be the long-term consequences be? So ito na yung pinakahuli at dito natin makikita na pag pinost ba natin, ano yung mga bagay na maaapektuhan? Is it your reputation? Your relationship mo sa ibang tao or lalong-lalo na sa pamilya mo? Or kaya naman is yung future opportunities na dadating sa'yo in the future. So the next is, do not share. So ibig sabihin naman ito is dapat iwasan natin na mag-share ng mga bagay-bagay lalo na kung importante at maselan yung information na i-share mo online. Kasi once na nag-share ka, maaapektuhan lahat. there is a possible na hindi lang sarili mo, baka pati na rin yung mga taong nakapaligid sa'yo. So you better to think first before you share something important information to others. So isa sa mga bagay na hindi dapat natin kailangang i-share sa iba. So the first one is personal information. Ito yung isa sa mga importanteng bagay na kailangan hindi mo i-share sa ibang tao. So wag na wag mo i-share sa iba ang personal information mo. The word personal, ibig sabihin sa'yo lang yon. Huwag kang mag-share ng address mo, phone number mo, and other sensitive details, lalo na kung hindi ka familiar online. Kasi sa panahon natin ngayon, madaming maloloko. Pwede nilang gamitin yon para mang-scam o di kaya naman gamitin yon sa'yo or laban sa'yo. Next, second is a private conversation. So may clue na, private. Ibig sabihin, walang dapat makabasa na ibang tao sa conversation ng dalawa. Sa panahon kasi natin ngayon, hindi yan maiiwasan. Lalo na kung may hindi siya nagustuhan sa mga sinabi mo, i-screenshot niya yan. Then ipapasa niya agad sa iba, kaya dapat maging aware tayo sa mga sinasabi natin. Kasi hindi mo alam yung kausap natin. Sa panahon natin ngayon, madaming magsabi. Akala mo kakampi mo, pero hindi pala. Third one, sensitive photos or videos. Isa ito sa mga malaking problema lalo na sa mga kabataan kasi pag humingi si kalandian ng picture na walang saplot or masaselang bagay sa katawan natin, so sobrang kampante mo na i-share mo. Ngayon, without knowing, si humingi, shinare din niya sa iba. So maging lesson to na wag tayong mag-share ng mga private part natin sa iba kahit na jowa mo pa or mga malalapit sa'yo. Kasi think of it, in the future, pagsisisihan mo yan once na i-share mo yan sa ibang tao. Last, the financial information. The word financial, iwasan nating mag-post ng mga bank account numbers, credit cards, at iba pang mga connected sa financial kasi pwede nilang magamit yan para maka-scam ng ibang tao.
These navigate guidelines tell us that we should think and be aware of how our actions can not only affect us but also others. This highlights our behavior in social media, and it reflects not only us, but also our friends, family, and school. There's a saying, think before you click. Kaya bago tayo mag-post, share, or comment, isipin muna natin kung tama ba ito at kung hindi ba tayo mapapahiya. So one example of this as a student is yung napakadalas yung class suspension, di ba? So bago tayo mag-share, mag-post, o mag-comment sa post ng ibang schools, na bakit kesyo sa kanila, wala tapos natin, meron, ganito ganyan. Isipin muna natin na nakaka-apekto din ito sa school. It is like a mimicking and so instead, we should wait for our school to post the official announcement about the class suspension. So another example is as a future educator. We should maintain professionalism kahit sa online community. Hindi dapat tayo basta-basta mag-post, especially sa privacy ng students natin. In conclusion, these 9 online etiquette guidelines tell us how we should be a responsible individual when we interact online. By following these guidelines, we can maintain respect, protect our reputation and personal information, and create a healthy and safe online community for everyone.